Although I've been cycling for many years, I would say my most formative years as a cyclist was when I moved to Chiang Mai. Chiang Mai is a fascinating place. Due to its topography, combined with the way Thai roads are designed, it makes it the perfect training ground for cyclists. As a result, Chiang Mai is home to many of the strongest Thai riders, but also expats from all over the world. Like, I quit my job in Canada and moved to Thailand because of my passion for cycling. It sounds like a dream, right? The point is, when you go to Chiang Mai, there's a whole community of interesting people with a similar backstory. All this to say, there's a lot of strong riders in Chiang Mai. In Chiang Mai, I had a coach and I tried to train like a pro, but ultimately, I never succeeded in coming even close to these guys. I developed this mindset of not being good enough or strong enough, and of course that wasn't healthy. So today, I'm riding the length of Taiwan, Taipei to Kaohsiung, 390 kilometers. But I'm doing this with a different mindset. I want to complete this and just be grateful for how far I've come in my journey as a cyclist. I guess I'm still comparing, but this time only to myself. I saw a video on Instagram or YouTube, I can't remember, but this guy was saying that wearing a running vest while cycling is something only beginners do. Well, I'm traversing a foreign country where I don't speak the language, and I'm doing this solo and unsupported. So... So today's the first day of December. It's 16 degrees out at 6 o'clock in the morning. For Taipei, it's as good as it's gonna get. Initially, I was planning to do this ride with some other people, but when I saw how the weather was, decided to go for it because I don't know when the weather's gonna be this good. It may never be this good again for the rest of the year. Lately, I haven't been getting up early for any of my rides because it's been so cold. It's been a long time since I've seen a sunrise like that. So I'm about 60K in, first 7-Eleven stop. Feeling pretty good, but I guess that doesn't mean a whole lot right now. Only about 2.5 hours in. I did see a cyclist on the side of the road with a mechanical. Felt kind of bad that I didn't stop, but I only have one spare tube, which I can't give him. And I don't even speak Chinese, so I just felt like there's not a whole lot I could offer him. I'm genuinely curious. What would you have done? So this might be a good time to talk about why I'm riding this bike. So my initial plan was was to mail my stuff to Kaohsiung, but I called the hotel and I don't know if it was a communication breakdown. I'm not sure if she fully understood what I was asking, but I asked if they would accept a package on my behalf and the woman said no. And then of course there's the 7-Eleven service, but from what I'm told, it actually takes about 5-6 days for your stuff to arrive. Has anyone actually used this 7-Eleven service before? Is this true? In any case, only option really was to take all my stuff with me, which is why I have this bike. So now, to add to the challenge, I'm riding a bike that's not aero, And then, of course, I'm carrying maybe another 5-6 kilos. I'm really feeling it. I know that I could have been going a lot faster on my other bike. My other bike is a Venge, is a very fast aero race bike, and I'm taking this. After 6 hours, I made it into Taichung, where I was able to find this coffee shop. Now, Taichung is a major city, and of course there are lots of coffee shops. But I'm very particular about my coffee, so I was super grateful to find this one not too far off my path. Hello. 你好. Can I sit inside here?
Okay.
Thank you. Do you have different kind of beans? Like light roast or dark roast? Okay, hot latte, one.
Okay.
No problem, thank you. So I was told at this time of year, it's mostly going to be a tailwind going south. That is not what I've been experiencing thus far on this ride. Whoa, holy shit. It hasn't been too bad. It's not like it's been gale force winds, but it's definitely been a headwind. Now at kilometer 200, at 2:30, the wind has really picked up. Headwind, that is. I approached the final kilometers, not being able to pedal more than 100 watts, but I was really happy with my effort. The mental fortitude required to do something like this alone can't be understated. If you've ever ridden a bicycle in Taiwan, you know that riding amidst the cars can be frustrating at times. You can imagine how many times I was cut off over the course of a 15-hour ride, not to mention all the traffic lights. So many red lights. Impossible to find a rhythm. It's really important to not let little things like this get to you, especially when you've been pedaling all day and you're hungry and tired. There's definitely a life lesson to be learned from this experience. If I was given the choice, I wouldn't have chosen to complete this solo, but at the same time, it was deeply satisfying.